Another day, another dollar. How's it going, everybody? My name is Infamous Isaac, and I'm here with a video on Black Clover. Something that I haven't even thought about for a long time. Like, I actually watched this show a long time ago, probably like 3, maybe even 4 years ago, before I started Boruto, that's for sure. But I actually really enjoyed this show when I first watched it, but I never finished it. So I wanted to go through and rewatch it because I've had this kick, like this real resurgence to watch this show. Because my friend Christian told me like, "Yo, this show is fire, bro. Like you should definitely finish it." And some other friends online were like, "Yo, the Black Clover manga is insane, bro. Give it a read." And I was like, "I bet I'm gonna catch up since the anime is done for right now. I think it's coming back 2024 or something like that." But I really want to watch this show. Like I just have this urge, this desire to watch Black Clover. So I'm gonna talk about, this is gonna be the next long form series that I'm gonna be doing because this show apparently has 11 arcs, and it's not like Berserk where there's so much content in one arc, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a dig at it. It's just in a sense that there's gonna be a lot of videos because of that. Same way with One Piece. So after finishing One Piece and all that, I thought, why not move on to this? I know some of the arcs in this, and some I don't. But it's been long enough to be like I don't know them fully. So it's gonna be somewhat blind for the most part. So I'm really excited to get into it. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you have seen it, and if you haven't, let me know if you're interested in it. If you're interested in seeing it. But as a little preface, or excuse me, a preface, before I get into the non-spoiler stuff, this show came out back in like 2017. I think the manga came out before then. I don't know how long ago, but definitely like not that far. And it already had comparisons being made and critiques launched at it, positives and negatives. And one thing that's good about it is that Studio Parrot, the people who make Naruto, animating or are animating this, or did animate it, excuse me, since it's done. And that means we're gonna get some crazy animation. And you can already tell that from the 13 episodes that I watched that it's going to be peak animation. There's like some animation could be a little rough, but this is a long series, so I can understand why some places it can be rough. But because of the prestigious studio behind it, it has some weight behind it. Basically, like people already like the manga, and people already like the studio. People love Naruto, so why wouldn't it be like some not assumptions but expectations? There you go. Expectations will be levied against it. And the Naruto comparisons don't stop there because you also have the fact that the main character, I'm gonna I'm gonna name drop him. His name is Asta. I'm not gonna say anything else about it. But Asta in the Japanese in English sub, his voice is grating sometimes. Like people hated the way his voice sounded. I don't know if they ever changed it, but the man yells, and he yells a lot, and it only is grating when he yells. But again, he yells so much, so people didn't like it. And to me, I thought it was fine. Like it can be annoying sometimes, but I feel like the character has enough charm to to not worry about it. Excuse me. So I don't mind it, but some people didn't like that and they hated it. If anything, like it was, I'm not gonna lie, like it can get bad sometimes. But I'm watching it in English dub because I like watching English dubs, honestly, and that's just something that I've grown up with. Like I've watched the One Piece English dub, not all of it because that's it's the excuse me, that's a heavy order. You have Dragon Ball, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, all that stuff. Like I love English dubs, and I'll always give them a chance if I'm able to. And if not, then that's fine. Like I'm not like an elitist or anything like that. So I'll watch either one, either way. So that's literally how it is. But I've with that preface out of the way, just know that like this show started off a little rough. Some people may agree, some people may not, but it does have a slow start, I'm not gonna lie. But to me that doesn't matter. Like I'm perfectly fine with that. So just know like there was some mixed opinions about this show. And there's some mixed opinions about it now. But I just wanted to preface like this intro by saying that. But let me get into the non spoiler stuff. For this first arc, the what's it called? the Magic Knight's entrance arc, or excuse me, Magic Knight's entrance arc is 13 episodes long, 10 chapters, all this stuff, and it again like it's super short. It's not that long. I watched it in like 2 days, and I gotta say I really enjoyed it. Like I, I'll let you guys know when I'm past the point of like I don't remember what's happening, but I remember a good majority of this. Like not specificities, but definitely the some of the general characters, characters that I liked, characters that I didn't like, all this, and just overall general things that happened. Like the ending of the arc, I can remember somewhat, but not just everything. So I do want to preface that, and that's just how it's gonna be for the like for everything that I remember. But it was good. I really enjoyed it. And I don't know if that's nostalgia talking because the same thing happened with One Piece where I was watching it and whether it was new or not, I was just enjoying it because I really liked the show. But Black Clover, like I was just really enjoying it. I love the characters. I love the charm that the show has. I love the animation because Studio Parrot is really good at just animating, whether that's with the soft lines or the hard lines or anything like that. Like they're just really good at what they do. And since this is a long show, it's going to be a while before I get to some peak. But right now, like I'm having a fun time just getting back into the show, getting my feet wet, and just seeing these characters again. And I really enjoy that. Like this story so far that we have for this arc isn't anything crazy either. It's just normal shonen stuff. But that's fine. Like I think simplicity is perfectly fine. There's a difference between simplicity and laziness. And this show doesn't give me the vibe of laziness because I know like from what I watched that it wasn't lazy. You know, I feel like the story had things planned out for a long time. So I don't think this is lazy at all. I think it's just simple beginnings before things really hit the fan later on in the show and in the manga. So I love that. I think that's perfectly fine. And just overall, like again, it is a slow start, but like, as I mentioned before, I think that's fine. I don't mind that because this is a long show regardless. I'm gonna be spending a long time on it. So whether it's longer or shorter, I don't really mind. As long as it's not like One Piece pacing, which it hasn't been. It's slow sometimes, but I feel like things happen a lot faster than they would in One Piece, especially since there's less characters to deal with. And that excuse me, that's not digging at One Piece. I'm not trying to throw stones at another glass house that I also enjoy living in. I it's to each their own, but for me, I've grown tired of it, right? So having this refreshing pace and just overall coming back and getting my feet wet with this, I really enjoyed it. Overall, I feel like it's a 7.5 for this first arc. I think the music is good. I think the art style is great. I think the story is good. It's simple, it's nice, it's quick. And just overall, I really enjoy the characters, you know? So let me get into the story, or at least like the general sense of it. Spoiler section, beginning. Spoiler free section, over. So this story is basically about Asta and Yuno. These two characters were babies who were left at an orphanage. They don't know their parents, all this stuff. I think that they're twins, not really like like twins, but like they're to me they're brothers. That's the way I view it. They're to me they're brothers, and they grew up at the church. They've lived there their whole lives, and they want to become magic knights. They want to become the wizard king, and to do that they have to become magic knights, and to do that they have to get grimoires, which are books that let them do magic. So the goal for them is just let's go take the magic exam and get grimoires, all that stuff, blah blah blah. So like the first couple of episodes, I say like the first five, are them getting grimoires, us getting acquainted with their stories, and them taking the magic exam and them getting acquainted with the groups that they're gonna be with for the rest of the show, right? Or at least from what I can tell. And for Yuno, he got put into the I don't remember if it's Sacred Dawn or whatever Dawn, I forgot, but he got put with the prestigious group, like the top dogs basically, while Asta got put with the Black Bulls, which is the worst of the worst. And for context, Yuno is really great at magic. He's super adept at it. Asta has no magic adeptness whatsoever. He is not capable of making a single shred of magic of like of a magic display ever. He will never be able to, at least from what we can tell. So he has like low chances. I mean, low chances of being able to do it, right? Of being able to make it into the Magic Knights and becoming the Wizard King. And the Wizard King, think of it like Naruto, where it's Hokage in a sense, because the Wizard King is the leader of the Clover Kingdom, and the Hokage is the leader of the Hidden Leaf. So it's very similar in a sense, right? Which is where the Naruto comparisons draw in. Which I think this show is different from Naruto. It takes its own path, but it has similarities. And at the end of the day, you're gonna be inspired by what you intake, the entertainment or media that you intake, and if the person who drew it and wrote the manga, I forgot their name, like Takaba, Yuji Takaba, I think is their name. I don't remember. If I'm misremembering, I'm sorry. Let me know in the comments what the name is if I'm wrong. But if they in ingested, I guess is the word, but a bad word. It's if they ingested a bunch of Naruto when they were younger, I wouldn't be surprised because you can see some similarities with the groups that they're in, the characters, the the systems of this world in some sense. Instead of ninjutsu with magic, it's cool, it's cool, and the main characters have their chips on their shoulder that set them apart from other characters. But that's not for me to talk about right now. I'm still talking about the first arc, so it is what it is. But overall, during this process, we learn about Asta and how him and why they wanted to become Wizard King, and it's because of an incident when they were younger. Asta protected and now never cried again because he used to be a crybaby like Takemichi, and now is like he's cold, he's distant, but he still cares. He still cares for his people, and him and Asta are rivals now. So it's cool. It's super cool. But Asta, as he gets into the Black Bulls, he meets people like Magna, Vanessa, Finral, Gordon, Charmy. I forgot the big guy's name. I forgot the guy who is obsessed with his sister's name. You have Luck as well. You have Yami, and those are all the people in the Black Bulls except for Noel, who is also a new recruit. And excuse me, goodness, I'm having such a hard time breathing right now. But Asta gets recruited to the worst group in the entire Magic Knight system, and he's having fun because people he didn't think that he would be able to, or not, excuse me, people didn't think that he'd be able to, but he did, and that's the best part because Asta is the embodiment of if I'm still standing, I'm going to keep trying. I'm not going to stop. My ideals are my own, and I'm going to fight for them. And that's super cool because it's a shonen manga, and I think that's fine. I think shonens being simple, having main characters who are young, spry, and want to achieve their goals, I think that's perfectly fine because for every dark seinen that there is, and that's not digging at seinens like Berserk, there's always gonna be a shonen with hope. And again, that's not digging at seinens, because Berserk and Black Clover both have emphasis on hope. They just excuse me, they deliver it in different ways. So to me, I think it's perfectly fine because I can derive the same emotions in different ways from different shows. I think that's great. I think that's cool because why would you want something to be different all the time? That's not going to give variety. It's just going to give people trying to break the mold and producing some garbage. Like I ain't gonna lie. So I just think you doing what you want to do, being influenced by what you are influenced by, will produce original content. Because no human is the same. There's similarities, but no human will ever be the same, like in existence. There's just no way. Like down to the name, body, overall just existence. There will never be two of the same people. And it's just like, and I can say that not even like as in like morality or not psychology, philosophy, excuse me. I just mean that as a fact, like a genuine like scientific fact. Like there will never be two of the same people, just very similar at the most. So to me, I think that's perfectly fine. But again, well, not again. That's just a rant. I'm ranting. But yeah, so as Asta joins the Black Bulls, we get to see him grow into his role. A guy with no magic with a grimoire that gives him a sword, which is a magic nulling thing, like an artifact. super cool. But what's it called? We just see him go on some missions. We see him go on like two missions. It's cool. It's really nice. I enjoy it. And it's just it's cool. You know, we get to learn more about these characters. It's cool. And for the English dub, excuse me, I really enjoy the fact that there's so many voices I can recognize, like Chris Sabat, like Piccolo, Zoro. Um, I don't remember the other ones. I don't remember who else he voices, but really good voices. And I remember liking Yami a lot, so the fact that he's voiced by Chris Sabat too just makes it even better. You have Natsu, who shows up in like some side characters. Just have all these characters, man. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, the season ends with Yuno going on his own mission. It was nice. It was short. It was sweet. Not much to talk about for these two, but it's cool. Both of them get gold stars on their first missions, and we just get to see the world develop, and we get to see seeds of the plot being made, and it's cool. I'm really excited to see where the show goes from here. But yeah, I didn't mention again the English dub. I think it's great. The English sub is great too. I'm not gonna put it down because I actually do remember listening to it, so it's good. Both of them are good. I recommend both of them. But characters, my MVP is definitely Asta this season. I feel like he's just so funny. He's so cute. He's so inspirational. It's awesome. Generally awesome. Second is Yami. I think Yami is hilarious. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for now on Black Clover. Like I'm really excited to start this series and just overall see where we go from here. And I hope you all are as well. It's not gonna be as long as One Piece or anything else that I've watched. I think like it's shorter than Bleach too, but there's less filler, so I'm gonna be watching like similar amounts anyways. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.